Welcome back to Grade 7 Science, Unit number 1, Life Systems. This is lesson number 2.3, Energy Flow and Pyramids of Numbers. We've been spending the last couple of days looking at food chains and food webs. Webs and chains are great because they help us see and organize the relationships between different organisms. But they do not show how many organisms are involved in the energy transfer from one level of a food chain to the next. And in case you have forgotten, this picture here shows you what a food web looks like. To give us a better idea of how many animals are involved in the flow of energy, we use what is called a pyramid of numbers. A pyramid gives us a clear idea of the size of each level of organization. A pyramid has a wide base, or bottom, because there are more producers than consumers. As you go up the pyramid, each level gets smaller. That is, the organisms on the higher levels are bigger, but there are fewer of them. A pyramid of numbers shows us how many organisms at one level are eating how many organisms from a lower level. In order to find out how much energy is being consumed, we look at how much each level weighs. The number of kilograms on the lower level is how many kilograms are needed to feed 1 kilogram of the higher level. And don't worry, we're not going to try calculating this in class. But as you can see from this picture here, folks, instead of using pictures, we can use words to describe each level of a pyramid of numbers. Also, a pyramid of numbers can have as many levels as needed. Biomass is the total mass of all of the organisms in an ecosystem. Biomass is also the total mass of a pyramid of numbers. Because the base of the pyramid is formed by the producers, the highest level of biomass is in the base. So here's something to think about. Where would the lowest level of biomass be located? Why don't you put the video on pause so that you can consider your response to this question? All right, and let's see how many of you guys figure out the answer to that question in tomorrow's class. But moving on. As you go up the pyramid, less and less food energy is available at each level. This is because energy is lost as heat when it travels from one organism to another. If this heat were not lost, then each level would be the same size, and we would not have a pyramid of numbers. We actually would have a rectangle of numbers. Humans and large animals are normally at the top of the pyramid. This is because we can eat different types of organisms. But we must be careful not to eat only one type of food. If a large organism eats only one type of food, its food supply will run out and it will become extinct. That will cause serious effects on the other organisms that are in the pyramid. So just take a look at this lovely diagram here. Many people would love it if mosquitoes became extinct. But how could this be dangerous to a pyramid of numbers and to an ecosystem? How about you put the video on pause now so that you can consider your response to this question? Alrighty, and let's go into the wrap up. So in addition to the two questions which I asked previously, we'll finish tomorrow's discussion by doing this uh, fill in the blanks or close exercise activity. So what you need to do is put the video on pause so you can read each sentence and then write down what word you think is hidden behind the blue box. If you don't feel ready to tackle this activity, it means you need to go back and listen to this video at least one more time. And then when you're ready, please put the video on pause. All right, folks. So I look forward to our discussion about this video, as well as hearing your responses to the questions included in this recording. But until we meet again, this concludes today's video.